You walk into a Japanese convenience store for the first time, and something feels immediately off. Not bad off. Wrong in a way you were not prepared for. You expected the same experience you get back home. Bright lighting, a wall of chips, maybe a hot dog roller that has been spinning since 2019. Instead, you are standing in front of a full hot food counter with freshly made items, a bakery section, and a display of perfectly wrapped rice balls that look like they belong in a proper restaurant. And you have no idea what just happened. That moment of confusion is exactly what this video is about. Because Americans consistently misread Japanese convenience stores before they even figure out what they are looking at. And it is not your fault. The word convenience store carries a very specific image in America. Japan took that concept and rebuilt it from scratch. Let's start at the hot food counter, because this is where the American brain short-circuits first. In the United States, hot food at a convenience store is a warning sign. You approach it with caution. In Japan, the hot food section at a place like Lawson or Family Mart is genuinely where locals pick up lunch. Steamed Nikkemon buns, fried chicken pieces called carriage, and warm sandwiches are all made fresh throughout the day. The staff rotates stock constantly. You are not gambling with your stomach. You are making a reasonable meal decision. Americans often walk past this section entirely because their instinct says do not touch it. That instinct will cost you one of the best cheap meals you will have in Japan. Next, the onigiri. This is a rice ball, and it costs somewhere between 100 and 200 yen, which is roughly $1 to $2. Americans often pick one up, look at it, and put it back down because the packaging looks complicated and the label is in Japanese. Here is what you need to know. The wrapper is designed with a numbered pull system. You pull tab 1, then tab 2, then tab 3, and the seaweed wraps perfectly around the rice without getting soggy. It is genuinely one of the most clever food packaging designs in the world. The whole point is that the seaweed stays crispy until the moment you open it. If you put it back on the shelf because you could not figure out the wrapper, you missed the entire point of the thing. Now let's talk about the ATM. This sounds boring, but it matters. Japan is still a heavily cash-based society in many places, and the ATM inside a Japanese convenience store is one of the most reliable ways for Americans to withdraw yen. The 7-Eleven ATM in Japan, operated through 7 Bank, accepts foreign cards and has an English language option. This is not guaranteed at a bank ATM or even at many standalone machines. Americans who skip the convenience store ATM and go hunting for a bank often waste 30 minutes and come back empty-handed. The convenience store ATM is not a backup plan. For many travelers, it is the primary plan. One more thing that catches Americans off guard: the alcohol section and how age verification works. In Japan, when you buy alcohol at a convenience store, the register screen displays a prompt asking you to confirm you are of legal age. You tap a button on the screen. That is it. There is no ID check, no interaction with the cashier about it. Americans sometimes freeze at this screen because they do not know what it is asking. They look at the cashier. The cashier looks at them. Nobody moves. Just tap the screen. It is a self-declaration system, and it is completely normal. What all of this points to is something bigger than just a store. Japanese convenience stores function as genuine infrastructure. They are where people pay utility bills, pick up online orders, print documents, grab a hot meal at 2 in the morning, and withdraw cash. The store is not a backup option for when nothing else is open. It is a first-choice destination for millions of people every single day. Americans arrive expecting a lower tier of the grocery store. What they find is something that does not have a clean American equivalent. If you are heading to Japan, or if you have already been and you had that moment of standing in the aisle not knowing what to do, you are not alone. The gap between what Americans expect and what a Japanese convenience store actually is might be the single most surprising daily life difference in the whole country. Drop a comment below and tell me what surprised you most the first time you walked into one. Or if you have not been yet, tell me which of these you had no idea about. I read every single one.